Limit my meat consumption and use paper straws while the 1% gets to pump tons of carbon into the atmosphere.
We know that the 1%, the richest people, contribute the most to greenhouse gas emissions. Here's a list of just like the flights that, the private jet flights that people are taking and how much they're polluting. Kylie Jenner's 17-minute flight was 1 ton of carbon.
The Ukrainian president has been criticized for appearing in Vogue amid the war in his country. Volodymyr Zelensky appears with his wife, Olena Zelenska, photographed by Annie Leibovitz. The feature is titled Portrait of Bravery.
Joe Biden is now filling in the gaps in the Arizona border. Couple of issues with this. 1, where are the screams that he's being racist?
Hey peoples, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi, hello. Is everyone doing okay out there? Is everyone like melting and like burning up and like over here like not breathing air properly? Because that's how everyone's acting right now, as we look at all this like people like poking and like, oh, they driving a jet. Oh, they're driving what, like a fucking plane. So don't even get me started because I'm actually really pissed. I'm mad. But before we get started with all this stuff, you already know what to do. Please subscribe. Please like. Please ring the bell. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I'm already pissed. I'm already anxious. And yeah, so let's get started. Alrighty. So y'all already know that like recently the media has just been going wild and going crazy over like who's driving jets, who's driving planes, who's doing this and who's doing that, because, you know, a government, Joe Biden, everyone is just like going off about climate change. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, even before I was woke, like, I really never understood climate change. I understood, like, you know, if you left like a bottle of water, like if you threw like litter, whatever outside, that I guess it goes up to like the sun and like it makes the earth much more hotter or whatever like that. That's what I've learned, which is stupid to me. I've never been the one to get on the climate change thing. Like, of course it freaked me the fuck out, like, you know, looking at like, you know, the glaciers and stuff like that melting and
Sit down.
Oh my god.
certain things like that. Like it makes me do question a lot, but it's like, is anything really gonna get done? Like if the earth is supposedly dying, what are we gonna do? Because driving your fucking Tesla isn't going to do anything. Yes, driving your Tesla isn't going to do anything. Have you not like did your research and know that like that also use fossil fuels? And like what I've learned that like fossil fuels or CO2, whatever the fuck it is, it contributes to climate change. So see how these politicians talk about, oh, like use your car, you like get your electric car, do things like that. Like you're still using fossil fuels, coal, whatever, that impacts the earth and that supposedly destroy the earth. So it's just like, what like what are you gonna do? And also like I'm really sick of like everyone online like trying, oh, like they always want to come for the rich people, like always want to come for the rich people, like Kylie Jenner and Taylor Swift. I've seen so many tweets, like even people like try to like come for Lana, because I guess like somebody like made fun of Lana Del Rey for driving on the plane, even Lord driving on the plane to like get to their destinations like during tours or whatever like that. And they're saying like, oh my god, look, she drives a plane, she doesn't drive a jet like Kylie Jenner or like Taylor Swift. But like it's like a plane, a jet, even your fucking car, bitch. Like I know like a lot of you out there don't even all of you out there, do y'all not drive cars? Like, do y'all not drive cars out there? I thought that like mostly like a lot of people in the world nowadays, we all drive our cars, right? You do realize that like your car, yes, I'm talking about you, Sally, your fucking car is also contributing to like the supposed like climate change. So what's the point of you trying to attack people like Kylie Jenner or even Taylor Swift, even though we all know I don't like Taylor Swift. I just don't fucking like her. She's just not my cup of tea. But it's like, take responsibility of your own stuff. How about you stop driving your fucking car then? If you feel some type of way about people driving your fucking car, or driving a jet or whatever like that, then how about you walk your ass to work then? Will you do that? Don't travel. Don't go on planes. Don't do none of that. What? Build you a fucking build you like an engine made out of water or some shit. Do that. If you really feel some type of way about climate change and you really feel like the world is dying and they're like, we're all gonna die in like 10,000, like in like what, like 10 years, then how about you do something about it instead of complaining and trying to like attack rich people? You know damn well if y'all were rich, bitch, you would be driving the jet to a place that only took 3 minutes. I know I would, bitch. I sure the fuck would. I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, call me a climate change killer. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, bitch, I'm rich. You're not. Like, if I was Kylie Jenner, bitch, like, yes, I would fucking, I would definitely drive my jet to a place that takes only 3 minutes. I sure the fuck would. Why? Like, you only live once. You're over here worrying about climate change. That's like, I don't even truly believe fully in climate change like that. I really don't. Like, I don't know. For me, I just feel like it's a way to make us be divided like we are right now and not stay focused on what the fuck they're really actually doing. And what their plan is how, this is my theory. My plan is like, they are trying to create this stuff. Like, if they truly believed in this, they wouldn't be living, like, having these houses live by the ocean. Or, like, you know, whatever. Joe Biden wouldn't be using his fucking jet to go like from A to Z. I think that like it's more about control, and I want to talk to y'all about this because like there's something that like I've learned as well. Like, have you ever heard of climate change lockdowns?
You ready for climate lockdowns? What, you think I'm making that up? Avoiding a Climate Lockdown by the WBCSD. That rolls off the tongue. That stands for the World Business Council for Sustainable Development. 3M, Apple, Bloomberg, BMW, Chevron, BP, Dow, DuPont, Google, IBM, IKEA, Kellogg's, Nestle, Procter & Gamble. It just keeps going. This was published way back in October 2020, so it's not even a new thing. They say in the near future, the world may need to resort to lockdowns again, this time to tackle a climate emergency. Wait, how could the climate create an emergency that we need a lockdown to solve? Who cares? They say under a climate lockdown, governments would limit private vehicle use, ban the consumption of red meat, and impose extreme energy-saving measures. Fossil fuel companies would have to stop drilling. To avoid such a scenario, we have to overhaul economics and do capitalism different.
That video, like, it's insane. Like, you don't think that, like, all this is about control. Like, you have to be very, very, like, narrow-minded because I truly do feel like that. I really do feel like it's about control. It's about locking us down. It's also about depopulation as well. Like, if you look at, like, some of these articles, they talk about, like, Gen Z, they thinking about, like, not even, like, not having children in the future because of climate change. It's like, do you not notice that, like, they're trying to depopulize us? They're trying to make us, like, stop, like, trying to control us even more, but y'all fall for it so much that, like, it's inevitable that it may happen. It may happen. I won't listen. I don't give a fuck. Like, all this stuff, this mess is going on right now, like, I don't listen because I honestly feel like that it's, like, a way to make us divided and to conquer and control. Like, I really do. And, like, I mean, shit, like, when Joe Biden did that infrastructure bill, in that bill, it was talking about, like, how by 2026, there would be, like, kill switches on our cars. Can you imagine, like, you are wanting to, like, go out for groceries. You are wanting to do something, and you said something, like, really bad about, like, you know, the president or whatever like that. Or, like, you said something that was opposite of what someone else thinks in the media. And the president had that power to kill switch your car. Like, come on now. Like, I know, like, the purpose of that was to, like, because of thieves and, like, all this kind of stuff. But it's like, you're not going to question why the fuck would they order kill switches in all of our cars by 2026. I would be questioning that. Do you not see what they're trying to do? Like, I don't understand how anyone cannot question that, you know? I don't. I just don't feel like it's as big of a deal as we think it is. And I just feel like, bitch, it's the summertime. Why are we talking about climate change? Of course it's gonna be hot. It's this fucking summer. Duh! Like, it's summertime. It gets hot in summertime. It's June and July. Like, what do you mean? Bitch, the winters have been very, very cold recently. Like, what are we talking about? If it was really climate change and it was really, really, like, getting really, really hot, don't you think that in the wintertime it would be so much more hotter than, like, the summer? Do you think, like, come on now, like, of course there are heat waves and stuff like that. Like, I remember, like, then I was listening to Secular talking about how, like, a school, like, they closed a school because of a heat wave, stuff like that. But it's like, it's summer, like, duh, that's what's going to happen, especially if you live in areas that are much more hotter. So I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about climate change, but I really just don't like the hypocrisy with a lot of these ignorant fools on the media. Like, I really don't. Like, I never will get behind it. I'm just, like, questioning things and, like, looking at things from my perspective and, like, like, if it really was true, if everything was really that bad, like, don't you think that the people that are vouching to, like, spend money on this, like Joe Biden is thinking about spending, like, millions of billions of dollars to, like, basically fund climate change or help climate change, but it's like, if you really was about it, like, you will stop getting on your jet too, Joe Biden. You know what I mean? I hope that came out right. Did it all come out right? I think so. Did y'all get my gist on that? Okay. I think y'all got me. But anyways, let's move on. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just, like, posing. Because, you know, like, we're in the middle of a war right now. Like, you know, just imagine that I'm Zelensky and the First Lady, and I'm just posing while a, like, war is just, like, happening, you know? Because, like, it seems like a war is really not that big of a deal if, like, you know, you just posing for Vogue. Like, you know, like, I just, can we talk about this? Like, can we talk about this? Like, you guys, I feel like we've been gooped. Like, I really do. I feel like we've been gooped. We have been fooled by this stuff. Like, I see, like, videos of the war happening and stuff like that in Ukraine, right? And I see videos, stuff like that. I follow, like, this, like, Instagram showing, like, you know, jets, like, fucking bombing certain areas and stuff like that. But, like, to see Zelensky and his first, like, the First Lady, his wife, like, doing a shot for Vogue to, like, pull our heartstrings and to make us feel some type of way about the war, it's just like, is it really that deep? Like, shouldn't you be... During wars, usually people are just out there trying to protect their country. Instead, you're voguing. you're voguing for Vogue, basically. And it just makes me like, so should we really give a fuck about this war anymore? Like, of course we don't want any wars to happen, but, like, when you see, like, Zelensky and his wife sit there and basically Vogue and pose for Vogue, it makes you think, like, wow, we give our money to you. We gave our money to you. We gave you our guns. We gave you all the help you can need. And in the risk of also putting America's life at risk because of, like, you know, Russia. Like, Russia's like, bitch, I'm ready to press the nuke. Like, you think that Vladimir Putin, like, gives a fuck about any of us? Like, bitch, press the red button. I like, and we risk it for these people to Vogue. For Vogue. I would never understand it. I would never get behind it. And also, like, I would never understand, even on the Russian side, like, you know, I'm not a Putin defender. Like, you know, people will try to make it seem like you're a Putin defender now, since you don't, like, if you have empathy for the Russian people that don't have nothing to do with what Putin is doing, you know? And in the beginning, I was really, like, and still, like, I watched, like, different things, like, you know, they ban people from, like, doing sports simply because they are from Russia. Or, like, you know, they ban the Russian vodka, stuff like that. Like, it's, like, it's xenophobia. Like, you know, and I started to see, like, how they tore apart the Russian economy, even though there are people over there, babies, kids, still over there that don't even really want the war, you know? And to see all this, like, back and forth, and then to see Zelensky and them pose for Vogue, it's like, wow, like, I don't know. It puts a really disgusting taste in my mouth to see that, and I don't know how anyone can, like, get behind that and to support that and not be outraged. Like, you know, I've seen a lot of people get outraged as long with me, but I feel like it's not enough. They should get really mad and, like, put some pressure on Joe Biden, tell him not to fucking send more money to these people, because, like, it seems like that they're doing fine. You know? I don't know. It's just a chop for me. But that's all I have to say about that. Also, speaking of Joe Biden, did y'all recently see that, like, now that immigrants are illegally coming through the border and, like, getting hurt and stuff like that, Joe Biden is saying that he wants to fill in the gaps of the border. Oh my God, he's gonna fill in the gaps to protect the country? Oh my God. Like, that's how I feel like everyone is right now. That's what he's supposed to do. It's like, what? He's finally doing it now because he knows that, like, our country is being filled with, like, illegal immigrants, and, you know, it's not fair to the American people for people to come over here in our country and to, like, basically, like, come in here full free reign and get the opportunities that we already have here by fleeing their country. It's like, bitch, you have to get here legally. Like, come on now. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. I just think that, like, if this was Trump and they saw him, like, you know, continue with the contracts of building the wall, stuff like that, they would be all over him right now. They would be, like, calling him a racist, a bigot, whatever have you, anything under the book, and try to tear him apart for just protecting the country. But now, since it's Joe Biden, they don't care that, like, he's filling in gaps in the border. He's basically building the wall. Like, but as he should, though, because, like, if, like, they're smuggling drugs, like, we don't know who's coming through. It could be a rapist, a killer, who knows, whatever, trying to flee from wherever they, like, have in their fucking country. I don't fucking know. Especially with, like, the fentanyl crisis that's going on. Like, you know, like, people are dying from fentanyl every single day. You wanna know why? Because they're smuggling drugs. Like, so I'm happy. I'm happy, but it's also, like, infuriates me that if it was the other way around, it would have been a whole different thing. But now when Joe Biden wants to build a wall, it's like, shh, don't say anything. Shh. He's just filling in gaps in the border. Shh. You know? I just hate the hypocrisy of it all. And this is why our country continues to fail, because of his ignorant policies and how he thinks that, like, this doesn't, like, affect our country. It really does. Like, when you allow people come into America and take our privileges, our jobs, whatever, and not hold these people accountable and tell them, like, hey, you have to come here legally. Just like any other country, you have to, in order to come there, you have to go there, like, you know, do the documents, stuff like that, legally. And, you know, it just goes to show, like, how much he actually doesn't care. Like, you know, like, if he really cared, he would have been doing this a long time ago, to, like, protected our country, but like, he just doesn't care, and that's what really irritates me about him, you know? And I just want to bring that up.
So that Biden was telling us that walls are immoral, and that's why he would never build a wall.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
Such a disgusting human being, right? Alrighty, so the last thing I want to talk about is the fucking monkeypox, bitch, because monkeypox, it just... Dude, yesterday I came in... Bitch, I was out and about, and like, you know, I went to a thrift store, I went out to eat, just living life, bitch, like, you know, just doing me like I always do. And I come back home and like, bitch, I just start to itch. Like, I just got the itch, bitch. And I'm like, oh my god, who the fuck gave me monkeypox? It's just like, I have a pimple like right here, and like, oh my god, it just... Yesterday I was on Twitter and looking at like this girl, like, now more, like, since now everything keeps on mutating and stuff like that, and everyone's like, you know, being irresponsible because, you know, they got the zombie pox. That's what I call it the zombie pox. You know, women, children are now getting this virus because, you know, the gays, they don't know how to keep their penises in their pants, bitch. So, you know, I was looking at this tweet about this woman that said, like, she was like, you know, I guess she's a cashier, and she, you know, she handles money every fucking day. So what the monkeypox looked like on her, bitch, it looked like a fucking small pimple, and like, bitch, I start to get the itching. Like, every time I look at this monkeypox shit, I get the fucking itching. Like, bitch, looking at this fucking I was like, oh my god, is this a fucking monkeypox? Coming from yesterday, from like going out to eat, going to the store, I'm like, oh my god, like, of course I wasn't really around anybody, but like, it was a lot of people out. I'm just so frightened to get that. Like, I really am. I don't want that. Like, you gonna try to come for my beautiful face? Like, monkeypox, like, stay the fuck behind me, for real. But even though I know I don't fuck anyone, I don't like really be around anyone. Like, I'm a homebody, to be honest. I like to go shopping. I like to go out to eat sometimes, occasionally. I don't really like to eat that much. You know me, at 1,200 calorie bitch. It's just, I feel like, I wish that like the CDC or whatever, I don't know, anybody will just like put more backbone into like telling the gays to like sit the fuck down, you know? Instead, they want to like, let's be quiet. We don't want to seem homophobic. We don't want to seem homophobic towards the gays. So we just like, you know, we just gonna like not say anything and just let them all perish and let them all die, basically, because they can't learn to keep their fucking dick in their pants. And that's the thing, like, seeing these young gays, you know, like, going out partying. I mean, like, you know, I don't hate on anyone to go out and party and have fun and like do their thing. But if they're saying like 98% of the gays are getting monkeypox, it's like, bitch, maybe you should just calm the fuck down. Because now they're saying like if you get skin to skin contact, a very intimate contact, you can get it. It's like, wow, they done release a damn retired ass disease just to take out the gays. And watch this. Watch when this shit get out of hand. They're gonna try to pit us all in camps, bitch. I can just see it out right now. Y'all gonna be at these fucking camps with y'all dumbasses, and y'all gonna be having like little drag queen shows. Like, I can already see, me and my friend, we already talked about, like, I can already see the gays are going to have like a good old blast at these little camps and watch them just like it's not funny, but it's funny, bitch, because I can see it. Bitch, I ain't being around with all of y'all. Y'all can get the fuck behind me. Like, dead ass. Like, I don't want to be around anybody. I don't want to be, like, in close contact with, like, a lot of y'all. I just go to work, get my money, and get the fuck ASAP. Like, I don't have time. I don't have the energy to be trying to focus on so much of the stuff, like, bitch. But when I get to itching, bitch, I just like, oh my god, like, please, I don't want that. And I'm definitely not gonna get the vaccine, like, please. I feel like that's gonna be the main thing to take us all out. Well, not me, but y'all out getting the V, because I honestly feel like that shit right there, like, y'all I see like gays like going to like these vaccine appointments, even though like there's not really no vaccine to even be effective to like stop the virus. So it's like, what are y'all really getting? Watch all these gays like drop. Like I can already see it happening, bitch. I really can. And it's gonna be y'all fault though. Y'all so stupid. Y'all don't do your research. And wow, they really released a fucking retired ass virus just to take out a specific group of people. It's gonna be like the Jews all over again. They're gonna give us a pink star, bitch. You know what? Let me be quiet. Let me stop. Let me stop, bitch. Cause I will go there, bitch. Okay, I think I'm done for today. But you guys, I finally made me a fucking Etsy store, and like I'm selling like thrifted goods, bitch. Thrifted finds, thrifted goods, bitch, that I find authentic, beautiful, and like cool, and I feel like that other people will love, that like I just don't wear anymore, or like things that like it's just not my vibe anymore, you know. So I'm selling a lot of vintage stuff on there. Like I have a Playboy bag on there that's on my Etsy. I'm gonna link it all down in the description for you guys to like enjoy. I'm also gonna do like another video explaining like and showing different things that like I have. Yeah, so please head over to my new store, my small business, bitch, and shop there. There's free shipping as well, affordable pricing. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and I hope you guys enjoy the things that y'all get, if you even get anything. But yeah, I think I'm done with today's video. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to be yourself, no one else, like I always say. And have a good one, and be safe out there. Bye, y'all.